Hello, this is Think Visual. We're on our way to Cleethorpes to interview a man who used to run a record shop in Milton Keynes. He's now got a shop in Cleethorpes, and Think Visual is coming live from Cleethorpes in the next 10 minutes. Welcome to Cleethorpes. We're now at the shop. This is the record shop, and we're going to interview the man who owns it, Mr.Vince Kelly. Think Visual Live. Right now we're going to speak to Vincent Kelly, who had the best independent record store in Buckinghamshire.
Hello Mike, my name's Vince. As you know, I've been up here in Cleethorpes for the past 10 years. Prior to that I was living in Milton Keynes, Buckinghamshire, where I was the owner of the largest independent record shops in Buckinghamshire. Fish Music was the name of my shop. Fish stood for Find It Second Hand. I did a mixture of new and second hand music. I would say the split was probably 60% second hand, 40% new. We used to do all the chart CDs, all the chart LPs when they used to come out, along with the 45s and the cassettes. I moved up here really for semi-retirement, and hopefully I've brought a little bit of what we left down there up here for the good folk of Cleethorpes and the surrounding areas.
Right now we're going to ask Vince what he thought of these. Does he know Dave Davis? Vince?
Do I know who Dave Davis is?
Do you know who Dave Davis is?
He's the brother of Ray Davis, original member of the Kinks.
Have you had any of his LPs in the 90s in the shop?
What, new or second hand?
New or second hand?
We used to have some second hand stock, but we were never offered the new stock by the reps.
Right, have you ever seen these LPs before?
This, no.
Have you seen this one?
No, gosh.
Never seen this one?
What's this one called?
Dave Davis, first LP
No, I haven't.
in the 80s.
No, gosh, they're new
Right.
ones to me.
And have you ever had this? You did new singles,
We did, yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Did you ever have Doing the Best for You by Dave Davis?
No.
Did anybody tell you it was out?
No, they didn't, no.
Did
It
you ever,
obviously never made the top 5, did it?
well, no, but you did have new releases.
Oh
didn't
yes,
you?
new releases, but
Well,
predominantly in the
did the
charts.
rep ever say there's a Dave Davis LP out or a single coming out?
No, never promoted Dave Davis or the Kinks.
There we are. Like I told you out there, Dave Davis was never promoted. The record company didn't bother. I mean, this Doing Your Best for You, I had to get it on a promo because you couldn't find it. On a normal disc, nobody had it. We all know what happened. It wasn't an hit, and they never did anything with it. They never even got any airplays. You just heard Vince Kelly say he never had them. Right now, Vince, we're going to ask Vince another question. On these LPs, there was out on the CD.
Yeah.
Did you ever have them on a delete? Like you do delete?
Yeah, I specialise now in deletions.
Yes. Did you ever have them albums?
These particular ones?
Yes.
No.
On a CD? Well, the reason why you never had them, they never made any.
Oh, is that why?
Yeah, never made
That
any.
answers questions, because as you know, Mick, you've been coming in here for a few years, and I've been going down to my deletion warehouse in Oxfordshire, and I'm always asking about the Kinks or Ray Davis, and he keeps on saying, no, sorry, can't help Vince. You've just answered why, because they were never issued.
They were never issued. Or if there was given to people who did promotion, and the people on promotion sold them.
Or kept them for their own
Or
use.
kept them for themselves.
Yeah.
That's why we never heard the tracks.
That's right.
It's a shame really,
But
Vince,
it's
isn't it?
outrageous. Good music like this being hidden.
Right, in a moment we're going to ask you some questions about the Kinks.
Right.
We're going to show you some LPs, which I don't know if you had them in the shop or not, but I think, personally, you never see them.
Right.
But I won't know until I show you one.
Okay, fair enough.
So we'll have a look in a moment.
Let's hope we have better luck than these ones.
Now we're going to ask Vincent Kelly if he's ever seen these albums. These albums was made in the 80s and 90s. And I don't think he's seen many of these, so we're going to find out the reason why he never saw them. Right, Vince?
Yeah,
I'm going to pass these records over to you now, and I want you to tell me, truthfully, if you've seen these in your shop, because you had more chance of seeing these than myself.
New or second hand, you don't mind which? As long
Don't
as
mind
it's,
which.
Okay. Thanks. To the bone? No, I've never seen that. Give the people what they want? No. Kinks Live the Road? No, never seen that. The Kinks Backtracking Masterpieces. Yeah, I have seen this one actually. I would have thought it would have been second hand, it wouldn't have been new. The Kinks 4-track EP, State of Confusion, no. I'm not too sure about this one, I can't remember this.
What, Think Visual?
Yeah, Think Visual. I don't think I've ever had that, no. Oh, I've had this one here, and also, if I'm correct in saying, this one recently, a few years ago, came out on a DVD, didn't it?
That's right.
Yeah. This one, no, I've never had. One for the road, goodness me. The Kinks Low Budget, no, can't recall seeing that. The BBC 6477. Double gatefold, no, never had that. God, look at that beautiful artwork there, pictures. Why did that never come out? No. Oh, this one, State of Confusion, no. Oh, this one I've definitely had. Mind you, this is a Ronco compilation, wasn't it?
Yes.
So this was promoted, Mick,
Yeah,
for the sole benefit of Ronco and the TV adverts it generates. Not necessarily for the music, unfortunately.
That's right.
They didn't care what they sold. Ronco was the name. Ronco paid TV adverts. That was it.
Yeah.
Oh yes, I've definitely had this, the Kinks, the singles collection.
But there again,
and again,
it's a compilation.
Yeah, I was going to say to you, again, this has come out on CD, hasn't it? And the Kinks word of mouth. Well, the best word of mouth for the Kinks is you, Mick.
Yeah,
that's all I can say.
Yeah, because that's the way you find out.
And, you're the word of mouth for the Kinks. Thanks for showing them. You know?
Right now we're going to show the singles. The singles what the Kinks did in the 80s and 90s, and we'll see if Vince has ever had them in the shop. I don't think he has. And now we've got the singles on vinyl. Do you see this one in front? It's called Scattered. It was scattered. You couldn't find it. I found this from Spain. I paid €2 for it. I couldn't believe it. That Sony put this record out in England. You couldn't find the CD. I found it in the end in a second-hand shop, a promotional copy. What someone had sold it to the second-hand shop. This record has never been out on a vinyl in England. Now I'm going to show Vincent Kelly, Mr. Kelly, these singles, which was the Kinks, to see which ones he knows. Or did he have them in his shop? I don't think so. Over to Vince.
Cheers, Mick. You're quite correct. Scattered, I've never seen. Never seen it in a million years. Where did you say it come from? Oh, promotion.
It come from Spain.
From Spain, yeah.
From a radio station.
Did it?
What someone sold.
Oh, right.
So it wasn't played. They sold it.
Very interesting item, isn't it? I wouldn't think there's many of these floating around there.
No, there isn't.
Okay. The Kinks. No, I've never seen that. Oh, Come Dancing. I mean, yes, I've had that one in.
Well, that's the American cover.
Oh, is that the American cover? Yeah, I see.
Which is far better than the English cover.
The English one, yeah.
But if you go through there's an English cover, and it's not as good.
The Kinks, Only a Dream. Again, no.
It was a dream for them to have a hit.
And the Kinks, Good Day. Well, every day's a good day when you're playing the Kinks, isn't it, Mick?
That's right.
The Kinks, Moving Pictures. No. The Kinks Live EP, David Watts. No, never had this. Oh, a picture disc. Predictable and Back to Front. No, never had that. Better Things plus a live single. No, I've never had this.
What about Lost and Found?
No. I found it now.
Yeah.
It's been lost for years, mate. No.
Yeah.
Do It Again, the Kinks. No. Down All the Days. No, I must admit. Wish I Could Fly Like Superman. No, never seen that. Low Budget. No.
It was a low budget with the Kinks.
It was Pressure, the Kinks. And National Health. No, never had that. Oh, Come Dancing
That's
again.
That's the English cover. Yeah. But as you can see, if you look at the other cover, the American cover, it's far better than ours.
Yes, it is. There's more romance in it.
Ours is more low budget.
Yeah.
That's how they usually are, isn't it? Things like that.
A Quiet Life, Ray Davis. No, never had it. Amazing, isn't it? Did you? The Kinks?
Now, did you see that single, Did You?
Yeah.
That was never out in the UK. They put it out in Holland on a vinyl.
Now, funny enough, this one here, am I correct in saying this came free with a newspaper?
It come with the music.
Music
Week.
Music Week, that's right. Yeah, I remember this. You couldn't buy it, could you? You had to get it free with a magazine.
Well, yeah, they did put the single out, How Are You? But unfortunately, they never promoted it.
No, they didn't promote it, no.
No, they did the promotions in the Music Week. They gave that out away to all the retailers. that single with a great track on it, video shot.
Yeah, that's
on the
right,
single when it come out, it wasn't on the B-side.
Isn't it strange?
And they didn't promote How Are You.
Yeah. Again, you've got a fabulous collection, what you brought in.
And there's a video with How Are You. Yeah. Have you seen the video?
No, I haven't, no. Is that
Have you seen State of Confusion video?
No, I haven't.
Have you seen How Do You Get Close video?
No, I haven't.
Have you seen To The Bone video?
This doesn't sound very good, but no, I haven't. We've had the Kinks, a couple of the Kinks DVDs in here recently, but I mean, if we go back to my old shop in Wolverton, you know, Fish Music, to be very honest, we didn't have much visual things regarding the Kinks.
Well, the only visual things to do on the Kinks is the same things. They do about, there's quite a few DVDs out,
Yes.
but they're all the same.
That's right, yeah.
They just put a couple of seconds in a bit extra.
That's correct. Yeah.
You know, but these videos from the 80s and 90s, we haven't seen them.
No, because they weren't pushed to the record shops. You know, the reps used to come round and basically he'd open up his book. This is the playlist this week, Vince. You know, this is number so and so.
So other words,
and the Kinks had no chance whatsoever because basically they weren't being played on the radio.
So other words, the playlist shows what was run by Radio 1.
Well, it's run by the
Radio 1
yeah.
with the playlist.
Yeah.
The Kinks didn't get on their playlist.
That's right. Yeah.
So the record companies knew.
That's right. And
So the record companies weren't going to invest any money in the Kinks, was there?
No. I mean, if anything, what's opened up the world to the Kinks is the internet, isn't it? Because as you well know, a lot of people have only just found out about the Kinks.
Yeah,
you know, this generation that's living now, you and I, we've heard
But
about
it's
them.
strange, Vince. The 60s stuff, they play it on the radio. The 80s and the 90s, we don't hear it. In America, they play everything.
Yeah.
They play the Kinks.
Yeah.
But here in England, I mean, I just can't believe right now, they've got Ray Davies on the radio, they've got Dave Davies on the radio. A few years ago, they didn't want to know.
No.
How comes they want to have them on there now?
Well, perhaps it's a political thing. We're mellowing a little bit now politically. In
Yeah, but
England.
they're English.
Yeah, they may well be English, but you must understand that when the Kinks first came on the scene, they were, in brackets, anti-establishment.
Well, yeah, that's
Right.
correct.
So, you know, and that label sort of stuck with
Yeah,
them
but it
for
must-
some time.
It's terrible to think you're going to put a single out, knowing very full well no one's going to play it. The fans are going to go looking for it when they find out, because the only way you find out about a Kinks record is word of mouth.
That's right. But
With the Kinks fans.
But I would have thought the reason they kept on putting the music out, especially Ray and his brother, was because both of them were passionate about the music. You know,
Well,
to
they
them
have
it was
been.
their life. So really, in some ways, it didn't matter if it weren't selling; they would still be pushing out
Well,
the
they
music
must-
because
they must
that's
have-
their life.
Well, they must have got upset, Vince, when you think about it, when they look at the playlist, because they've got more powers to what we've got, and think, oh, I've got a great single out this week. I've got out this week Scattered. Oh, we'll go on the TV, which it did. It went on BBC 2, 10:30 at night, on a news programme. No one hardly saw it.
Yeah, but with respect, they allowed the music to speak for itself. They basically, although they may have been upset about the playlist, them not being on it, in lots of ways they probably just put two fingers up to the playlist and said, look, we'll let our music speak for itself.
Yeah, but
Their music is living today, where a lot of that music that was on that playlist years ago, you don't hear about today.
We're going to ask you one question, Vince. If the Kinks had been on the playlist at the radio station, do you think these records would have been hits?
Without any doubt whatsoever. Yeah. It was
No.
good, solid music. The lyrics were good, and it was music of its time. You know, for the people.
And from, can I ask you one more question? Did you think the Kinks was just a 60s band?
No,
No, it's strange, isn't it?
no.
That the radio stations will play the 60s stuff, which I quite like, but I wanted to hear the new stuff. But unfortunately, someone at the radio station decided, we're not playing that, it's the Kinks.
Yeah, you can't bracket the Kinks just as the 60s. I mean, they've evolved.
But that's
over
what
the
they
years.
did in England. In America, they was playing in the early 80s, the rock stadiums, sell-out concerts.
That's right.
The record company at the time was promoting the Kinks.
Yes, but like I said to you earlier, Mick, I think the problem with the Kinks, and I use that word problem very carefully, but the problem was political. You know, when they first hit the scene, they were very, very much anti-establishment.
Well,
You know, the government at the time didn't like them.
It was different to the Beatles.
You know? Well, they were more scruffier than the Beatles, weren't they? They were more anti-establishment than the Beatles. The Beatles sort of came on the scene, you know, very poppy, mellow music, appealing to young girls, young lads, you know. Whereas the Kinks came on, and if you listen to their lyrics, it made you think, sit up and think. And it was the lyrics that were really destabilising society in some way.
What did you think, True, You Really Got Me?
What can I say? Just
It's fantastic
brilliant
song, isn't it?
record, you know.
You know,
I mean-
even to this day, you play it now,
Yeah.
it gets you moving.
I know, yeah. Well, you have to listen to the lyrics to
But
most
all
of the
day and all
Kinks
the
songs.
night.
Yeah, that's right.
Big hits.
Yeah, brilliant hits.
And even playing them now,
Yeah.
they're timeless.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you very much.
You're
Mr.
very
Kelly.
welcome. You
Thank
know
you
that,
very
Nick,
much.
don't you? And hope to see
Yeah,
you there
hope to
many
see you
other
soon.
times. Disc and tape Cleethorpes. Remember, tell your friends.
Yeah, alright, bye.